Good morning, students. Welcome back to online class. I am very happy to meet you in this session. How are you, students? I hope you all are fine and safe. Students, now we are learning economics part. Is it? From economics part, now we are learning economics lesson 3, food security and nutrition. Okay. In the beginning of this class, we can recollect few important points about previous class portion. Okay, in previous class we learned about public distribution system and purchasing power. Is it? First we learned about public distribution system, PDS. Is it? PDS is a government sponsored chain of shops. It entrusted with the work of distributing basic food and non-food commodities to the needy sections of the society at very cheap prices. Okay, and also in India, two types of PDS are there. Is it? What are the two types of PDS? Very good. Universal PDS and targeted PDS. Is it? Universal PDS and targeted PDS. Okay. Then universal PDS means to distributing essential commodities at a subsidized rate and a price. Then targeted PDS means to provide subsidized food to the poor people through network of ration shop. Is it? Then next we learned about the role of consumer cooperation in food security. Next we learned about the role of consumer cooperatives in food security. That means in India, three-tier structure of consumer cooperative societies are there. Is it? In India, three-tier structure of consumer cooperative societies are there. They are Primary Consumer Cooperative Society, Central Consumer Cooperative Society and State Level Consumer Federation. Okay, Primary Consumer Cooperative Society, Central Consumer Cooperative Stores and State Level Consumer Federation. Okay, then next we learned about the buffer stocks. What is meant by buffer stock, students? Very good. Buffer stock is the stock of food grains, namely wheat and rice. It is obtained by the government through FCI. FCI means Food Corporation of India. Okay, from through that area, the farmers are get a pre-announced price. Okay, pre-announced price for their crops. That is called MSP. Is it? Then what is meant by issue price, students? Very good. The buffer stock is done to distribute the poorer area of a price lower than market price. It is known as issue price. Okay. Then the next we learned about the purchasing power. Is it? What is meant by purchasing power? Very good. Purchasing power is the value of currency or product expressed in terms of the amount of goods and services that one unit of money can buy. Okay, that means price increase means purchasing power will decrease. Okay. Then finally we learned about some of the factors of affecting the purchasing power. Is it mainly 6 factors are affecting the purchasing power. Have you remember, students, what are the 6 factors affecting the purchasing power? Very good. Overpopulation, increasing prices of essential goods, demand for food, price of goods affect the value of currency, production and supply of goods, poverty and inequality. Is it? These are the factors affecting the purchasing power. These all things we learned in the previous class. Okay. And also I gave the question answers. Did you learn, students? I hope you learned. Those who did not learn, you should learn that particular question answers also. Okay, students. Now let us come forward to today's class. Okay. Today I am going to teach agricultural policy in India. Today's topic is agricultural policy in India. Listen, students, new agricultural policy was announced by central government. Listen, new agricultural policy was announced by central government on the basis of export of agricultural goods. The central government was announced the agricultural policy. On the basis of export of agricultural goods, the central government announced the new agricultural policy. This new agricultural policy was announced in the year 2018. The agricultural policy was announced in the year, very good, 2018. Okay. And also this policy mentioned the government has decided to remove export restrictions in organic and agricultural products. Listen very careful. This policy, that means the agricultural policy mentioned the government has decided to remove export restrictions. Restrictions means one of the law controlling something. Law controlling something. Okay. Then our government needed to raise agricultural production and productivity. Our government needed to raise agricultural production and productivity, and also our government needed to raise the level of income and standard of living farmers within a particular time. And also our government needed to raise the level of income and standard of living of farmers within a particular time. Okay, so our government designed the agricultural policy. The main aim of our government is to improve the living standard of farmers and to improve the income of farmers, and also to raise the agricultural production and productivity. So because of that, our government designed the agricultural policy. Okay. Then some of the important objectives of agricultural policies are raising the productivity of inputs, raising value added per hectare, protecting the interest of poor farmers, modernizing agricultural sector, environmental degradation, removing bureaucratic obstacles. Listen very careful students. There are 6 main objectives are there in agricultural policies. They are raising the productivity of inputs, raising value added per hectare, protecting the interest of poor farmers, modernizing agricultural sector, environmental degradation, and removing bureaucratic obstacles. Listen students, now I am going to explain one by one. Okay, the first one is raising the productivity of inputs. The first one is raising the productivity of inputs. One of the important objective of Indian agricultural policy is to improve the production. Okay, the main objective of Indian agricultural policy is to improve the production. Okay, so they are using through HIV seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, irrigation methods, etc. to improve the production. So our government implemented some of the schemes to improve the production, that is HIV seeds, that means high yielding varieties of seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, irrigation method, etc. Okay, then second one is raising value added per hectare. Second one is raising value added per hectare. Listen, Indian agricultural policy take more efforts to increase the production per hectare value added through small and marginal landholders. Listen very careful students. Indian agricultural policy take more effort to increase the production per hectare value added through small and marginal landholders. Marginal means small in size. Okay, very small landholders. Small and very small landholders. Okay. Then the third one is protecting the interest of poor farmers. Third one is protecting the interest of poor farmers. That means the agricultural policy protect the interest of poor and marginal farmers. The agricultural policy protect the interest of poor and marginal farmers, and also it abolished the intermediaries through land reforms. It abolished the intermediaries. Intermediaries means a person who helps group of people to reach an agreement. A person who helps group of people to reach an agreement. Okay, and also this agricultural policy helps the poor farmers to increase their productivity. It helps the poor farmers to increase their production. Okay, then the fourth one is modernizing agricultural sector. The fourth one is modernizing agricultural sector. The agricultural policy introduced some modern technology. Through introducing some modern technology to improve the agricultural inputs, that means some of the modern technology like HIV seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, irrigation methods, etc. Okay, then the fifth one is environmental degradation. The fifth one is environmental degradation. Listen, students, the Indian agricultural policy set up to checking of environmental degradation and natural calamities. The Indian agricultural policy set up to checking of environmental degradation and natural calamities. Okay, then the last main objective is removing bureaucratic obstacles. The last objective is to remove bureaucratic obstacles. Bureaucratic means involving complicated rules. Okay, obstacles means difficulties. Okay, this policy is set to remove the involving complicated rules and some of the difficulties of the farmers through cooperative societies and self-help institutions. Okay, this agricultural policy set to remove to involving complicated rules and difficulties for the farmers through cooperative societies and self-help institutions, so the farmers can work independently. So that the farmers can work independently. Okay, students, these are some of the objectives of Indian agricultural policy. Okay, then the next one is dimensional nature of poverty. The next one is dimensional nature of poverty. Now, the MPI was launched by UNDP and OPHI. The MBI was launched by UNDP and OPHI. UNDP, that means United Nations Development Program. United Nations Development Program, and OPHI means Oxford Poverty Human Development Initiative. Okay, it was launched in the year 2010. The MPI was launched in the year 2010. Okay, the basic philosophy and significance of MPI is based on the idea of poverty is not unidimensional and it is rather multidimensional. Listen, students, the basic philosophy and significance of MPI is based on the idea that poverty is not unidimensional. Unidimensional means only one dimensional, and it is rather multidimensional. Multidimensional means more than two dimensions. Okay, the multidimensional poverty is made up of some of the factors such as health, education, living standards, income, development, quality of work, and threat from violence. Listen very careful, students. The multidimensional poverty is made up of some of the factors such as health, education, living standards, income, development, quality of work, and threat from violence. Threat means danger, violence means to injure. Okay. Okay, students, next I am going to explain multidimensional poverty index. Okay, multidimensional poverty index. There are three dimensions of poverties are there. They are health, education, living standard. Listen very careful, students. There are three dimensions of poverty are there. They are health, education, and living standard. Then the 10 important indicators are nutrition, child mortality, years of schooling, school attendance, cooking fuel, sanitation, water, electricity, floor and assets. Listen very careful, students. What are the three dimensions of poverty? Very good. Health, education and living standard. Then the 10 indicators are nutrition, child mortality, years of schooling, school attendance, cooking fuel, sanitation, water, electricity, floor and assets. Okay. Okay, students. The next topic is Multi-Dimensional Poverty Index 2018 report. The next topic is Multi-Dimensional Poverty Index 2018 report in Tamil Nadu. Okay. Listen, students, in Tamil Nadu, our state Tamil Nadu takes more efforts to reduce poverty. Tamil Nadu takes more efforts to reduce the poverty, and also the districts of Tamil Nadu are classified into three categories. The districts of Tamil Nadu are classified into three categories. They are high poverty districts, moderately poor districts and low level poverty districts. Listen very careful, students. There are three categories of districts are there in Tamil Nadu. They are high poverty districts, moderately poor districts and low level poverty districts. Now listen, students. High poverty districts means more than 40% of population living below poverty. High poverty districts means more than 40% of populations are living below poverty. Then moderately poor districts means 30 to 40% of population living moderate poverty, and low level poverty districts means below 30% of population are living low level poverty districts. Okay. Then, after 1994, poverty has declined in both rural and urban areas of Tamil Nadu. Listen, students, in Tamil Nadu, after 1994, the poverty has declined in rural and urban areas also. After 2005, in Tamil Nadu, the poverty has reduced comparing other states of India. After 2005, in Tamil Nadu has reduced the poverty comparing all other states of India. And also our Tamil Nadu government leads the poverty alleviation program during 2014 to 2017. Our Tamil Nadu government leads poverty alleviation program during the period of 2014 to 2017. Okay. And also our Indian government also introduced many policies and programs to abolish the poverty. Our Indian government also introduced many policies and programs to abolish poverty. Okay. Then these policies and programs continued. The policy that the poverty will abolish completely. These policies and programs were continued. The poverty will abolish completely, and also Tamil Nadu become model of development in India. Tamil Nadu become model of development in India. Okay. Then finally, listen, students. There I am going to say the top and bottom MPA states in Tamil Nadu. Okay. The top and bottom MBA states in Tamil Nadu. The top 5 districts are Kanchipuram, Chennai, Kudalur, Coimbatore, Nagapattinam. Okay, the top 5 districts are Kanchipuram, Chennai, Kudalur, Coimbatore, Nagapattinam. Then the bottom 5 districts are Dharmaburi, Perambalur, Ramanathapuram, Virudhunagar and Ariyalur. Listen very careful, students. Top 5 districts are Kanchipuram, Chennai, Kudalur, Coimbatore, Nagapattinam. Bottom 5 districts are Dharmaburi, Perambalur, Ramanathapuram, Virudhunagar and Ariyalur. Okay. Can you understand, students? Shall we recall the points? Students, now we learned about agricultural policy in India. Is it? Have you remember, students, who announced agricultural policy? Have you remember? The new agricultural policy was announced by very good central government. Is it? The new agricultural policy was announced by central government. Okay, central government only announced the new agricultural policy. Okay, then in this policy was announced in the year, very good, 2018. Okay, one word question, book inside question. Students, you should mark and keep these one words. Okay, the new agricultural policy was announced by central government. Why it was announced? It is announced on the basis of export of agricultural goods. Okay, it is announced on the basis of export of agricultural goods. Then this agricultural policy is announced in the year 2018. Okay, and also this policy mentioned the government has decided to remove export restrictions in organic and agricultural products. What about in this policy mentioned, students? Very good. This policy mentioned the government has decided to remove export restrictions in organic and agricultural products. Okay. Then our government needed to raise agricultural production and productivity. Okay, our government needed to raise the agricultural production and productivity, and also our government needed to improve the level of income and standard of life for farmers. So our government designed the agricultural policy. Okay, then some of the important objectives we learned. Is it? Some of the important objectives are there in agricultural policies. Mainly, how many objectives are we learned, students? Now we learned about 6 main objectives of agricultural policies. Is it? Have you remember, students, what are the 6 important objectives of agricultural policy? Very good. Listen very careful, students. We will recall this one. 5-mark important question. Okay. The first main objective is raising and productivity of inputs. Okay. Raising and productivity of inputs. Then the second one is raising value added per hectare. The second one is raising value added per hectare. Third one is protecting the interest of poor farmers. Fourth one is modernizing agricultural sector. Fifth one is environmental degradation. And the last one is removing bureaucratic obstacles. Is it? Have you remember, students, what are the 6 important objectives of agricultural policies? Okay, very good. Important 5-mark question. That explanation also very important. For example, the first one is raising the productivity of inputs. Is it? It is the first main important objectives of agricultural policy. That means want to improve the production and productivity of farmers. So our government implemented high HOV seeds. High HOV means high yielding varieties of seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, irrigation methods, etc. Okay. Then second one is raising value added per hectare. Is it? Indian agricultural policy take more efforts to increase the production per hectare value added through small and marginal landholders. That means small and very small in size landholders. Okay. Then the third one is very good. Protecting the interest of poor farmers. Is it? The third one is protecting the interest of poor farmers. That means the agricultural policy protect the interest of poor and marginal farmers. Okay. And also it abolishes the intermediaries through land reforms. Is it? Intermediaries means a person who helps group of people to reach an agreement. Okay. And also this agricultural policy helps the poor farmers to increase their productivity. It helps the poor farmers to increase their productivity. Okay. Then the fourth one is modernizing agricultural sector. Fourth one is modernizing agricultural sector. This agricultural policy introduced some modern technology. That means the agricultural policy introduced some of the technology to improve the production of farmers. So they are implemented some of the things. For example, they are distributing HIV seeds, high yielding varieties of seed, fertilizers, pesticides. They improve the irrigation system, etc. Okay. Then the fifth objective is very good. Environmental degradation. Is it? The fifth objective is environmental degradation. The Indian agricultural policy set up to checking of environmental degradation and natural calamities. Okay, that means the Indian agricultural policy not only improve the production of farmers and living standard of farmers, it check the environmental pollution also. Okay, it check the environmental pollution and also it helps during natural calamities. Okay, it helps the farmers during natural calamities. Okay, then the last main important objective is removing bureaucratic obstacles. What is meant by bureaucratic, students? Involving complicated rules. Is it? Bureaucratic means involving complicated rules. Okay, obstacles means difficulties. Obstacles means difficulties. Okay, it remove the difficulties on the farmers through cooperative societies and self-help institutions. Okay, the new agricultural policy remove some of the difficulties of farmers through cooperative societies and self-help institutions so that the farmers can work independently. So the farmers can work independently. Okay, these are some of the objectives of Indian agricultural policy. One of the 5-mark question. Okay, students, you learn well. Then next we learned about multi-dimensional nature of poverty. Is it? MPI, it was launched by, very good, UNDP and OPHI. Okay, it was launched by UNDP and OPHI. UNDP means United Nations Development Program. Okay, OPHI means, very good, Oxford Poverty Human Development Initiative. Okay, then this MPI was launched in the year, very good, 2010. The MPI was launched in the year 2010. Okay, then the multidimensional poverty is made up of some of the factors. The multidimensional poverty is made up of some of the factors. Have you remember, students, what are the factors? Very good. Health, education, living standards, income, development, quality of work and threat from violence. Threat means danger, violence means to injure. These are the factors of the multidimensional poverty. What are the factors, students? Very good. Health, education, living standard of people, income, development, quality of work and threat from violence. Okay, then we learned about the multi-dimensional poverty index. Is it? 3 dimension of poverty we learned. Is it? Students, what are the 3 dimensions of poverty? Very good. Health, education, living standard. What are the 3 dimensions of poverty? Health, education and living standard. Okay, next we learned about the 10 indicators. Is it? What are the 10 indicators? Nutrition, child mortality, years of schooling, school attendance, cooking fuel, sanitation, water, electricity, floor and assets. Is it? These are the 10 indicators. Okay. Then next we learned about multi-dimensional poverty index 2018 report in Tamil Nadu. Is it? Next we learned about multi-dimensional poverty index in 2018 report. For example, in Tamil Nadu government takes more effort to reduce the poverty. Is it? And also the districts of Tamil Nadu is classified into 3 categories. Have you remember, students, what are the 3 categories of the districts of Tamil Nadu? Very good. High poverty districts, moderately poor districts, low level poverty districts. Is it? High poverty districts means more than 40% of population are living below poverty. Okay. Then moderately poor districts means 30 to 40 percentage population. Okay. Then low level poverty districts means below 30 percentage. Okay. Below 30 percentage of population are living low level poverty. Okay. And also in Tamil Nadu, after 1994, poverty has declined in rural and urban areas. In Tamil Nadu, after 1994, poverty has declined in both rural and urban areas. After 2005, in Tamil Nadu, the poverty has reduced comparing other states of India. After 2005, the poverty was reduced comparing other states of India. Our Tamil Nadu government leads in the poverty alleviation program during 2014 to 2017. Okay, our Tamil Nadu government leads the poverty alleviation program during the years of 2014 to 2017. Okay, and also our Indian government also introduced many policies and program to abolish the poverty. Okay. These policies and programs continued, the poverty will abolish completely and Tamil Nadu become the model of the development states in India. Okay, students, finally we learned about that 5 top and 5 bottom states of Tamil Nadu. Okay, MBA states, districts of Tamil Nadu. Top and bottom MBA districts in Tamil Nadu. First we learned about the 5 districts of top districts of MBA. That means Kanchipuram, Chennai, Kudalur, Coimbatore, Nagapattinam. Next we learned about bottom 5 districts. That means Tharmaburi, Perambalur, Ramanathapuram, Virudhunagar and Ariyalur. What are the 5 top districts, students? Very good. Kanchipuram, Chennai, Kudalur, Coimbatore, Nagapattinam. What are the 5 bottom districts, students? Very good. Tharmaburi, Perambalur, Ramanathapuram, Virudhunagar and Ariyalur. These are the things we learned today. The continuation of this lesson I will teach the next class, students. Now all are take a book. You turn the exercise pages. Page number 319. Listen very careful, students. Page number 319. There are short answers 1 to 4 we already marked. I think you learned that 4 questions. Then 5th question, the next class I will teach and I mark and give. Then and also Roman number 6, answer in detail. 4 questions already I gave. I hope you learned that 4 questions. Today I am going to give the 5th question's answer. Okay, listen students. The 5th detail is, what are the main objectives of the new agricultural policy? The 5th detail is, what are the main objectives of the new agricultural policy? The answer is page number 314 and 315. Answer is page number 314 and 315. Agricultural policy in India heading. Answer is agricultural policy, page number 314. Agricultural policy in India heading. Last paragraph, 2 lines are there. Did you see, students? Last paragraph, that means 2 lines are there. The following are some of the important objectives in India's agricultural policy. Then the continuation is page number 315. Page number 315, 6 points are there, is it? 6 points. First one, raising the productivity of inputs, that paragraph fully. Then raising value added per hectare, that paragraph fully. Protecting the interest of poor farmers, that paragraph fully. Modernizing agricultural sector, that paragraph fully. Environmental degradation, that paragraph fully. Then last point is removing bureaucratic obstacles, that point fully. You mark it. That is one detail, 5th detail you will learn. Okay students, the continuation of this class I will this lesson I will teach the next class. Okay students, thank you.